This next fitting is for the heat exchanger shell. Now, it doesn't matter if you're going to use a castable refractory or if you're going to use a steel heat exchanger or whichever way you're going to do. This shell will be a universal shell. It'll especially be useful if you're doing a castable refractory. And so what we need for this shell is a piece that's actually going to be laid out that it'll look like this. The overall dimensions, we got 34¼ inches this direction. We got it 16 3/8 inches high. And this is actually going to be bent twice. It's going to be U-shaped fitting. We're going to have a bend, for example, right here, a bend right here. We're also going to have some tabs, and as we get laying it out, you'll understand. But this will be fitting number 6. And so we'll need one of this, and we're going to do it out of 24 gauge so that it's going to be much more durable. So one at 34¼ by 16 3/8 of 24 gauge. For the shell, what we want to do is we want to first set the scratch awl to 1 inch. I'm going to mark 1 inch at the bottom. And 1 inch at the top. Next, we'll set the scribe at 5 5/8 inches. Keep a reference here. At the top corners, make the 5 5/8 marks. Set the scribe to 6 5/8. Make another mark. Now set the scribe to 7 3/8 inches. And make a mark from the top down. Set the scribe to 8 3/8 inches now. And make another mark. Okay, what we have in essence done was just plotted out that block out on both sides. This is going to get cut out, and this is going to be a flange that gets bent over so we can attach a piece later on. Next, using a pair of notchers, 1 inch depth. If you don't have a pair of 1 inch notchers, then what you can do is take the scribe and measure down with the ruler the dimension I'm going to give you, and then you can just notch it with the snibs. So, the first dimension is going to be 13 5/8 inches. Put a notch. Then the next dimension is going to be 20 5/8 inches. Do that both top and bottom. Now cut it out on the inner marking. Okay, where the corner is on the 1 inch, make a slit down to that point. And since this is going to probably be bent with a device called a folding tool, just a hand tool, it's a good idea to trim that very edge right here. It doesn't have to be very much, just enough to cut away any burr that'll hold out your alignment tool. Next, notch down at the 1 inch on the top. Once again, the notches that I'm doing are at a slight angle. They're not a straight in such as we did on the shell. And then we're good to go to the break. What we're going to do is we're going to bend this flange down. This we'll call the inside. So this flange is actually going to get bent the other direction. Then we're going to bend it at where the notches are up. So for convenience purposes, I'll remake another mark over on the 1 inch side on the bottom.